Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Lord El-Melloi II, Say No Jikenbo, Rail Zeppelin, Grace Note, or you could call it Lord El-Melloi II, Case Files, Rail Zeppelin, Grace Note on episode 4. Now, this episode right here looks like another case to be involved after all. I mean, that's what Lord El-Melloi is always being dragged into to solve certain cases. But if anything else, let's go. We get to see a familiar face in a certain way that I never thought I'd be seeing him again, which his name would be revealed to me later in the episode. It's been a long time since I saw him. It's been like, how long? Almost about 2 years? Or possibly less than that? I don't know. But aside from that, that person will come in contact with some kind of skull and it will later radiate a lot of mage energy. But eventually, as the episode continues on, we get to see to it that some guy named Wills that belongs to a certain family, he will later on contact Lord El-Melloi, which we all know that's Waver Velvet, to like take on a certain case that's been happening in his that's been happening lately throughout the generations of his family. Like, his family would buy a land somewhere that would be important for their certain operations. But what makes it worse right now is that there have been these lightning incidents where like it has not been calmed down at all, and it would cause a lot of trouble. And the last incident of its lightning problem was that it killed not only the person Will's father, but also multiple innocent local people. And the guy named Wills, he's part of that main family that's contacting Waver Velvet or Lord El-Melloi for some help to solve this case whatsoever. But aside from that, I forgot to mention at the beginning where Waver Velvet is talking to some cloth right now, and he said he would like to see him again. And Gray was eavesdropping on that conversation or something. That happened at the beginning of the episode, just to let you know. That's a little reference to what you guys should already know, hopefully. But aside from that, we see to it there's another scene where Rhaenys will end up talking to someone apparently, which I don't know. But all I know is there are two participants of who's going to be part of this Grail War whatsoever. One is called Atrum Galliasta, and then the other one is called Bazetto Fraga McGrimmets, which apparently we should already know who those two are. I mean, if you guys know Type Moon series, and if you guys been keeping up with Type Moon, you may already get the gist of who those two are, even for me. Talk about crazy, right? Okay, enough of me being cringy and idiotic, which I always am. We see to it that Lord El-Melloi would talk to Wills on the freaking train, involving that there will be policies or the polices being involved with this investigation. And of course, when they arrive at the mansion whatsoever, before we even get to the mansion part, we had to it that Lord El-Melloi, or aka Waver Velvet, would want to participate in the 5th Holy Grail War again. Maybe because he wants to see him again, which you should already know who that person is. And I'm thinking in my mind, wow, so that was Lord El-Melloi's objective this entire time, is to participate in the next Holy Grail War whatsoever. And of course, we see to it that they arrived at the mansion, and of course, Wills, the guy, was, let's see here, restricted and was let me see here, apprehended a bit by Adasahino, which apparently she's part of the policies organization or police organization, to like know that Wills Pelgrim Cordington is a suspect of murdering Sir Trevor. But unfortunately, they don't have a lot of proof of that, and what Lord El-Melloi says, until we can prove this, we're gonna have to let him go. There's no way in hell that we can't just say that this guy is the murderer of Sir Trevor of the Cordington family whatsoever. Although there is one person named whatchamacallit, Walletta, which apparently is a childhood friend to like Wills himself, but they have a bad relationship due to the fact that Wills rejected her marriage proposal, which is really hilarious, which he rejected a student maybe to go out with him or something on a date, or I don't know what the case may be, but whatever that situation is, Walletta doesn't like Wills and wants him arrested, but blah blah blah. We also see to it that Wills will end up showing Lord El-Melloi something of a young fairy girl with a little powder on after pouring it on Weight of Velvet or Lord El-Melloi. Eventually, we have to it that Will says that she'd be coming to me every time there'll be a lightning incident, and it's like usually every time when someone would be destined to die eventually. And we see to it, of course, that Rhaenys would later on find some kind of basement or secret entrance to a graveyard, which Grey actually feels the atmosphere on, etc. Also, we got to know that Rhaenys has these mystic eyes that react to certain magical energies or anything that's magical that's nearby, etc. You know, I mean, it was described in this episode before we reached the halfway point, etc. But eventually, as time continues on, going back to the scene with like Grey and Rhaenys finding a secret basement or entrance to a certain graveyard, we see to it that Rhaenys has her mystic eyes react again due to the fact that there's magical energy nearby, which apparently was not supposed to happen to her because she already used the eye drops recently to maybe calm it down, and now it's going out of control again. And they end up being rescued by a guy with the brown hair and shotgun who was at the beginning of this episode whatsoever. And his name is what's his name? All I know is he was from another series. His name is Kairi Shishigo, which is a very long time character that I haven't seen for a while. I mean, if you guys been keeping up with certain Type Moon series or all of Type Moon, you would know what I'm really talking about, etc. But aside from that, we see to it that Shishigo would be involved to like take on this case as well. He's also a necromancer and mercenary. Not to mention he was the father of Wills's friend of Wills's father, etc. You know, and of course we see to it that Rhaenys was teasing Lord El-Melloi away with Velvet to like take in a kid, you know, which is like going don't even go there. But she was just joking around. But aside from that, it looks like Lord El-Melloi is looking into like into the situation where like where he might find something which involves a book, and he realizes that he's catching on a bit of what's been going on, etc. Eventually, there will be a scene with Asahino and Walletta talking to each other in a bath or something, and of course, like they are very Walletta feels uncomfortable with Lord El-Melloi around, knowing that the modern mage technos are here. But aside from that, there's a post-credit scene involving like involving someone's death, which apparently I think is involving Walletta. She just got struck by lightning, got woken up. Grey woke up her master and let her know that Walletta just got struck by lightning, and the episode ends off with possibly her silhouette or shadow, like I'm standing in the middle somewhere, but who knows. Well, looks like there's another case that Lord El-Melloi, or aka Weight of Velvet, takes on that involves the Cordington's family of their base operations with a lot of lightning incidents. And of course, Wills of the Cordington family is being suspected as the murderer of Sir Trevor. But we also see another person would be involved is Asahino along with Walletta, and then Shishigo, the guy with the brown hair who like I said, was a familiar character that we know like from another series or so. But yeah. Anyways, that's about it. If anything, just another case being involved that Weight of Velvet is supposed to take on and have to solve this lightning incident and what's been going on. Not to mention necromancy and Asahino from the police's department or something. Yeah. Okay, so until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!